But being in that, I might go ahead and pick that back up. But I mean,
Uh-oh.
when I was doing it, I didn't see a need for it right then. I mean, I'll go ahead and do it and stuff,
That'd be just that extra
because
income, you know.
we're doing this now, but we'll probably,
Yeah, that extra income helps.
yeah, yeah.
Let
It's
me
not
see.
just, and it isn't just the extra income. It's for us though, when we're launching out on our own as the nation, you know what I'm saying? We need that all of those legalities and stuff. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
All
So
them things need to be in place.
yeah.
I
So
know, like when I'm trying to think of examples I've used a notary. Um, oh, oh, like when I guess when somebody is like signing over property and the deed, things like that, they may ask for you to have it notarized.
Right.
Anything they say like have it notarized,
mm-hmm.
uh, is so any it usually has to do with obviously legal stuff. But I'm trying to think, is it something you always do? Not much.
Nah,
I
notary
guess it depends on what you do.
a notary can't notarize their own stuff, can they?
No,
No,
they cannot. No,
Okay. Okay.
no, you
nope. You
cannot
can't do
notarize
your
your
own
stuff.
stuff.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a
but
big rule.
okay, yeah, like I think of it more so with property is where I've experienced it the most. Like the sale of a house,
Right.
you have to have all that documentation. You have to show that I'm the person that's able to sell this property.
Mm-hmm.
So a notary would look over your documents and say, okay, yeah, they do own it. Yeah, it's registered in their name. Yeah, they've been paying the taxes on it. Whatever criteria, they check it, they verify, yep, that's you. They look at your identification, whatever they got to produce. Like usually in the forms instructions, it'll say have a proof of your birth certificate, have your social security card. The notary will make sure you got those things checked to make sure the names are right. And then they will stamp off approval. And it's kind of like that has already been done so that now when you send your document in, they're not going to be asking for that information anymore. It's
Mm-hmm.
already been proven and verified.
Okay. Because I was kind of skeptical whether I wanted to just go ahead and do it. Because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know what that was about, that bond. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, kind of got scary. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness. But
Well,
okay.
no, it's,
But okay. But
I
about
guess.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Now I was about to say about the book. I was about to go and keep on going down. But
Mm-hmm.
go ahead. You can share.
Well, no. Well, all I was going to say is that, yeah, basically you're a representative of the government for whom you're assigned to, as as far as that land or whatever
Uh huh.
you're doing. That state usually, they don't have city ones, but they got them. That's you're actually kind of a state employee, but yeah, your whole thing is verification of identity, witness signature. You know what I'm saying? Ensure willingness and awareness, or confirm the signer isn't being coerced and understands what's contained in the document. Then you also administer oaths and affirmations. You
Right.
take acknowledgments. You maintain a journal to keep up with all this stuff, and you apply and seal. You seal the signature, everything, which makes it a legal document.
Mhm. Mhm.
Stuff like that.
Okay. So we have notaries, clerks and bondsmen, jurors and citizenships, the public and organic law, jurisdiction of the people, capacity of the people, overcoming indoctrination, prior and concurrent assemblies. What is that? The American government, state electors, state nationals, and state citizens. That's probably the sovereign stuff. Sovereign citizen.
Mm-hmm.
The national jurisdiction, soil, international jurisdiction, global municipal jurisdiction, the Confederation of States. That's probably where we're gonna get a little racist. It's like,
Now I
oh,
got a
The
it jumped.
Confederates.
I got a question.
Uh-huh. Oh, it kind of jumped.
I'm trying because let me see. Um,
Let it jump.
this book is explaining how the U.S. does it, correct?
I wouldn't say just the U.S. because if she mentions anything about the Magna Carta, that was first before the Constitution, and that
I
happened
guess what I'm
outside
asking
of
is,
the.
are we following this as a blueprint? Because in all those things you listed, you can go to the Bible
Oh yeah, yeah.
for
Or-
these things. So I guess I'm asking is what are we is this like an outline to establish our own, or are we trying to follow this? Because if we're trying to follow this,
Mhm.
isn't this just the American government's way?
Right, right. Um, right now it could be just either or. Um,
Mhm.
it's good to know how they do things so that we can use their own stuff against them. If it ever comes to a point where they're coming against us in any way,
Mhm.
but
Well, we already
but
said you're a legal person,
I know a lot of that stuff that they mention. They get it from the Bible. Yeah, they get this. They get
right?
their law from, and
Right.
you're gonna see a lot of the sovereigns mentioned in a lot of scripture to show forth why they
Exactly.
do
Yeah,
certain
that's what
stuff.
I meant.
But
Because
yeah,
yeah, as I was looking at the section titles, I was just thinking of the, it was like Deuteronomy, it was
I
just coming
know.
in my
I
head,
know.
Leviticus, they talk about a lot of that.
Yep.
And what I'm interested in, and the ones that you mentioned, what is that? A nation of bastards. It's on the first page.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
If you could go to,
The
what is that?
Gentiles.
36.
You said you want to
Well, it has
start.
a
You want to
question
start
mark.
off there.
Yeah, I just want to, it has a question mark. That's why I'm like, go to page, what is it, 36?
Is that 36?
Uh-huh.
Did we? You said the first page, right? It should have been on here, right?
Section 8.
Yeah, Section 8.
Oh, I see it. Page 36. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm quick. You got to stay with me. You got to stay
I
with
know.
me. No.
And I got my glasses on. It's terrible.
Oh.
All right. So page. Wait a minute. That's page 2. Okay, I see. 17. Ah.
Now, I'm just give you a little rule of
23.
thumb so you'll learn this. You can go right to the top where it says search, and you can put the page, put a 36 in there, and it should take you right to the page. If that's the set, I don't know what you're using for this, but
Hit enter.
Hey, I push enter. It's scrolling though.
no, it's working. It's working.
Just scrolling. Okay.
How large? Oh, it's 209 pages. I see it working. Okay. Go to the next one.
It took me back
just
there.
hit that. No. Right up at the top.
Oh.
Yep. Now hit it again. Hit it again. There you go. On page 36.
Is this it, right? Oh, yeah. So I got to go up.
Yep.
All right, here we go. It says
I have briefly and simply explained the 3 basic jurisdictions of law many times before, and it was outlined in our book. You know something is wrong when an American affidavit of probable cause, too. We live our lives in the jurisdiction of the air.
Wait. Don't go too fast here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were maritime. Well, we haven't looked at the 3 basic jurisdictions.
Because what I'm trying to do is get that other book too.
Huh?
I don't know why this thing is so slow.
That's why we probably got to read from the beginning to get to that point. Because I think what
it
she's
says
saying
3 basic-
is like the air, because we are spirit beings first. That's why I'm guessing she's going that route.
Oh.
Because we come from
Okay, so
above
this
to
one
the earth.
is speaking from a biblical, spiritual perspective.
Yeah, I kind of think she's doing that, but
Okay, I thought she was just straight government.
it's linked in there.
No, I see. Okay, I see what she's saying. The law of jurisdiction of the air, Uh-huh. Thus, there is a third jurisdiction and two more mighty sets of laws and a Christian assembly that has nothing to do with the secular state jural. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Can you explain that to me?
I feel it. I feel it. She's speaking from um, more of a biblical perspective.
Okay.
She's speaking of divine government,
Okay.
not physical government.
All right.
So, from the divinity side, she's speaking
Okay.
in a
I
way.
see this ecclesiastical. I'm trying to say that word. Ecclesiastical. Yeah.
She's speaking of the church. She's speaking from a divine divinity from the Bible. I mean, I don't know if she's giving scriptures anywhere, but yeah, she's trying to bring it. Okay, like right. It says ecclesiastical law is formed of doctrines that are spelled out in the form of accords and concords and creeds and all sorts of writs and edicts, while canon law is neatly numbered through voluminous like the federal code and stipulates all the do's and don'ts and rights and obligations and duties of priests and lesser clerics and administrators. So she's bringing like the church perspective in this with the U.S. government, I guess you would say.
Okay. Yep.
How they, so it could be interesting. It could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need to just start at the beginning.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a hard read.
No.
Or is it more so?
Understanding that lingo.
Well, you have the book, right?
Uh-huh. I can email it.
If we were delved into this, we should just go section by section.
Yeah, we could choose a day to like
and just go section and automatically say we're gonna set like we go over the sections. You have this book downloaded?
Uh-huh.
So you could get us a copy of it?
Yeah.
And we all have printers now.
Yep, we do.
So we can print out.
I looked at that paper too, that flimsy paper that they.
No, it's called thermal paper. It's special paper.
Okay.
Have you tried to use it yet?
Not yet.
You know, you can get it.
It's kind of bent up, like, and just put it
in. Yeah. Well,
okay.
Because you've had it for about a month.
Yeah.
You should take it out and maybe like put a book on top of it, maybe. Because it has been curled up for a while. So that'll help flatten it out.
Okay. And just go ahead and use it and print.
Like that.
Print something.
You can use the curl.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I got to figure out what I want to print. I got to figure out what I want to print with it.
Well, that's what I was just saying. Yeah. If we decide we're going to do sections 1 through 3, print out those sections, and then you could write notes on there.
Okay.
You know, that's what I'll do. Depending on how you all want to set it up to do it. I like to actually be writing and, put something in the margins and stuff like that.
Oh, you look warm, sis.
I am. I got on. I don't have the substitute on, but I can put that one on too, girl.
Man, we've been wearing our hoods though.
Real
warm. Nice and cozy.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. I am cozy.
So I need that right now.
Cozy. Usually my husband knows back when we were courting and he was in Detroit, I'd be wrapped up in a blanket.
Did you find your hair wrap?
Yeah, it was in my basket. Okay. I found it.
You probably just have to wrap your head. Put something on.
Oh yeah, that would help you, sis, because it keeps the heat in.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll keep you warmer.
But this section 1, it says, for all the jural assemblies. There seems to be a lot of confusion about the jural assemblies, so I am writing this down for all the state jural assemblies at once. Although state jural assemblies are unique and dedicated to their individual state, it is necessary for everyone to know basic definitions and oppositions and roles so that everyone understands what they are doing and why. Jural assemblies are the organizational units of land and soil jurisdiction courts. Jural societies are the organizational units of sea and maritime jurisdiction courts. Jural assemblies assemble, jural societies associate. Jural assemblies create states and counties. Jural societies create states and counties of counties, basically. As you can now fully appreciate from this brief description, both are necessary in order to properly conduct business on both land and sea. States
Why is there a difference? Now I do have a question on that.
Uh-huh.
Why do you have to have a land? Why do you have to have a land and then a different sea rule of conduct?
Well, see,
Is that because of the pirates?
Well, it's more than pirates because just like what's his name? Yaakov knows who I'm talking about. Jordan Maxwell. Remember that guy?
I can't really remember.
The heavy set white guy with the glasses. How he was explaining, quote unquote, the law of the sea. He was defining all the words like bench. Bench means bank.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah. That guy right there broke it all the way down. I've got his thing in here. I just gotta. I would just have to find it and pull it out. But yeah.
The question is, why are they different? The question is on the floor. Why are they different?
Yeah.
Why do you need a set of rules on water and then you need a set of rules on the land?
Because basically it's the law of ships. Is what maritime law is.
So since we would be on land, we don't need that. We would just need the one.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless you're doing business overseas, you know what I'm saying, or it's just basically about business.
Yeah, but then even overseas is on land.
True.
So it's common. It's common law. Then the law of the sea. You're carrying goods over this liquid. The sea to come into a port.
You know what I'm gonna do real quick? Let me see.
She gonna mention ports. I remember that.
Question.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ports. The manifest. All that stuff is. You know what I'm saying? That that's all part of that's all part of maritime law.
Mm-hmm. Says, as you can now fully appreciate from this brief description, both are necessary in order to properly conduct business on both land and sea. States are geographically defined areas that are under the control of public laws established by the people who live within their borders. States are unincorporated land and soil jurisdiction. Entities run as unincorporated businesses. States have very simple names: Ohio, Rhode Island, Maine, Florida, Wisconsin, and so on.
Look, did you catch that though?
Mm-hmm.
States are unincorporated. Watch this.
They're not part in this first chapter.
They're not part of the United States.
Yep, that's why they have their own local.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We're, the parts that are not the United States are America.
Dang, see, Joaquin, yeah, once you read this, I know you're going to be full of, because you already got, most of it. Ooh.
Yeah, I downloaded the book. I was like, I'm going to make sure to get this thing, because,
okay.
When you brought it up, I was like, you know what? Yeah. I haven't read it yet, but yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I remember reading this chapter, but.
And what I'm getting to is that, let's say the law of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
They may have, let's say shrimp boats. Okay. They can only bring in a certain amount, or they have to use specific type of nets to catch the shrimp. They have to do it a certain way. Those things wouldn't apply anywhere but on the sea.
Well, right, but
is that how that goes?
I think
so. But then too, when these ships are out, are headed to, and what they're headed to is a port, which is a place on the land.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They have to carry certain things, like they have to carry the stuff that's in the boat, but also they have to carry a manifest to tell you what they're carrying in the boat.
And where they got it, like where they got
Right.
it from.
Right, exactly.
It has to be and of course, I mean, let's keep it real. This is all man-made, made-up stuff.
Right, it is.
Because they created all this stuff to make money.
Right.
And to police people and to have control.
Right.
That's just the name of the game. Because we can look right in the Bible, and those men went out and cast their nets wherever Mashiach told them to cast it, and they pulled out fish.
Yep.
They brought them fish to shore, and they went on and sold them and went on about their business.
Yep.
Right, and they weren't taxed.
Exactly.
They weren't levied.
Exactly. It was like, oh, you got a boat full of.
Well, until the Romans came in there, I think they started getting taxed. Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
That somebody stepped in and created rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, thing is, they didn't try to control their fishing at first, at least.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Because what they established was their own common law.
But then what happened, and I saw this, and this was actually on The Chosen, that series.
I remember seeing it.
You haven't seen? Oh, it's good.
I saw it. Yep, a little bit of it.
Okay, well, what happened was with Peter and with Andrew, the brothers that went out to fish, the government Romans saw that they was bringing in all this fish. They don't want you making all the money.
Right.
So they tax you. And they say, oh, you bringing in this much? Well, we want this percentage of what you're bringing in, because they don't want you to get rich. The whole idea of taxing somebody is to take some of the money from them, and you didn't have to work for it yourself.
Well, right. Yeah, that's the
period.
And that was actually in the show, because Matthew, I forgot the one, they claim he's the mathematician. Whoever was I think it was Matthew. He kept...
He did Matthew's the one that did that. You know, he was
the money holder.
Right.
He kept the tax collector.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
And there was one of the episodes about them and their fish. They was bringing in so much that the government, the powers that be, were like, hey, these people getting loaded, and they're selling it to our people as well as their own. We want to get in on this. Mm-hmm. That's the way these things were set up. So I'm finding this interesting, because I'm like, yeah, but from the biblical perspective, we don't have to get nobody's permission to do anything. Mm-hmm. It's when you have to deal with the government or being in this diaspora on their land. What he say? You learn not the ways of the heathen, but also Mashiach said, render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Mm-hmm. So you have to abide by the laws to live in peace. Because if it were up to us, we'd be in the Bible, eye for an eye. Oh, you rape that girl, you finna lose your ding-a-ling. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We go under a different thing from a biblical perspective versus this government world perspective. So I was just trying to get so that's making sense. But yeah, that
But we can see where we can draw the lines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, separate.
We're fishing in our lake on our property.
Right.
Okay. And if we paid the money to, load the fish in, I used to do that. I used to work for the park district and where I lived. Okay. And they literally, it was a lake, man-made lake. It was called Pine Lake. And they would bring in, at the beginning of the season, they bring in the fish. Literally pull a truck, a big, 18-wheeler full of catfish, bass, and they would load them into the lake. Mm-hmm. And then my job was to check fishing licenses. I had to make sure that they had the license to fish in this lake. Now, in any other world, in any other setting,
That
You can go
license.
fish wherever you feel like
Yeah,
fishing.
no license. Licenses.
You don't need no license,
Nah.
but that's how the government works.
Yeah.
They created this situation, which in turn created a job for me. See how they go? And I'm responsible for checking people's fishing licenses. If they did not have a license, I would issue them one on the spot, collect their money, issue them a license for the day, and they could fish.
That was actually what I did at Meyer as well. About the first time I worked at Meyer, I worked in the sporting goods section. I sold hunting licenses. I sold guns.
Yeah.
I sold guns. I sold bullets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bow and arrows.
Yeah.
But I also issued fishing licenses and hunting licenses.
Yep. Because that was back then when I did it. You could go to the police station, but then they had me. I was kind of, like, I guess like a forest ranger. I kept the grounds, made sure the litter was picked up, people party. If they was acting crazy and stupid, I could call for the cops to come and police them. I didn't do it myself. I was security for the lake. Okay. And I would walk around and I would I loved that job. It was a summer job, of course.
That's what I was doing at the yacht club.
Yeah.
Job, yeah.
And instead of being somebody's caddy or something, I was the fishing, I was the park ranger, whatever. And I would walk around. I would ride my bike because it was only like about a mile or two from my house. I would ride to this place. I had, I made sure the washrooms were clean and, all that kind of stuff. I literally ran this lake. And, you could only get licensed if they didn't go to, back then it was Kmart. Do y'all remember Kmart?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Back then you got your fishing licenses at Kmart. If they didn't get it there, I would issue
Kmart
them on the spot.
Or if they didn't go to that. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know Kmart did that, like fishing license and stuff. Really?
Walmart
they were
Walmart.
I was young though, so
they were the back then they were the one-stop shop.
Kmart and Zare. I don't know if you remember Zare.
Sears.
For us,
not Sears,
there was Sears as well because there was the Sears automotive section.
Yeah.
That you could go and you could, get your car repaired, get your oil changed and all that. So, yeah.
But so I'm getting what you're saying, and it is coming down to the fact that a lot of this stuff was created. There's really, but the reason why they created is because what they did is they created a man-made lake. Therefore, fish did not, they weren't coming from some other source through a river stream or whatever. So you got to pay money for fish to be put into this lake. So that's the way they got their money back through the licenses. And then again, they got to have somebody on site watching this place, making sure they didn't use police officers. So they had me, and it was like a crew of us. But we only did, we was out there, but I don't even think we could do this today in this present time because of the way things are. But I was a girl, 18 years old, out at this big lake by myself, walking around, checking people's licenses, issuing licenses, and that was it. Sometimes my friends, because they knew I worked up there, they would come up, but it was safe. I don't even know if you could do that stuff now. But again, I had my job, and that's what these so-called licenses were for, to pay for the fish and for the employees. And back then, we didn't have cell phones. It was a brick. I had to stop at the police station every morning.
Nokia.
Man, with the antenna, okay? Brick. I had to stop, and every night after and the place is only open from dusk till dawn kind of thing. From dawn till dusk. And so when I was at the end of the day, I would grab my bike, I'd go to the police station, put it on the charger, leave, and come back the next morning, pick it up, it's fully charged, and go back out there. That was my communication. And that was very important because if anything jumped off, it was a couple of times, it was a couple of fights. I wasn't there. I had just gotten off duty. I never witnessed any of this stuff. Other people were witnessing. But one boy drowned in the lake. That happened. It was an area that they said don't jump in. He jumped in. I wasn't on duty that day, but I heard stories. For me, it was pretty easy. It was, pretty cool. And my dad would come up and check on me, from time to time, kind of thing. So I was comfortable. My biggest problem out there was the freaking raccoons. That was the biggest problem. Okay. Because if I didn't, I was responsible for, taking all the picnic garbage, and getting it out to the receptacles so they could pick the stuff up. But if it was getting close to nighttime and those raccoons started appearing, oh no. I tried the first time they got into the garbage. I'm like, go on, get and shoot. I literally was fighting with a raccoon. And when he grabbed my broom, I got a broom. And I'm like, get away. And they ain't great because they got fingers. They got straight up hands.
Yeah.
Grabbed that broom and pulled like he was. I said, oh, I left that broom all that. I was like, oh no. And so I was telling everybody about this, like, oh no, girl, you got to get that stuff before they come, and and I'm like, this is crazy. And so I always made sure after that I definitely got that garbage before they came, because of course the next day I came, it's garbage all over the place, and I got to be the one to clean that up. So it was an interesting thing. I used to have to hose down the bathrooms and washing toilets, all that stuff. All that stuff. Wow. I was doing that. Man, that takes me back. But but yeah, so this land sea objective, I guess in that instance, let's say we're on some, I guess how would we do that? Now that's something to find out. Let's say we own property that we put a man-made lake on, and we want to stock our lake. Do we have to go through permissions to do that? That's something to figure out.
Probably I talked to the what is that? The Border Patrol or national people.
I would talk to also the land conservation bank and those places like that. That have something to do with the geography of the land and who has the quote unquote legal control over them.
The way I wrote the question was, do we have to have permission to stock a private lake?
ChatGPT.
That's a good one. You're right, actually.
Yeah, but here we go. All these,
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. All these organizational... Wait a minute. I'm sorry. In America, these states are joined together in a union called a federation. The federation is also unincorporated.
They said yes.
And it's called the United States of America. It was founded September 9th, 1776. All these organizational forms are created by living people, howbeit people acting in two profoundly different capacities, as people and as persons, which are incorporated entities. People acting as people make up JURAL assemblies. People acting as persons make up JURAL societies. People acting in their unincorporated capacity as people who are members of a JURAL assembly decide the physical boundaries of their states, adopt the public laws within their states, and enforce the public law via their JURAL assemblies, their land and soil jurisdiction courts, and the officers of those courts.
Look, what was now? Look,
so that's why.
Look, what does this prose mean? People, wait, before you move. People, no, wait. People. That's where I'm going. People acting as people make up JURAL assembly. People acting as persons make up JURAL societies. Now, what's the distinction between people and persons now?
Yeah, ain't that weird?
It's that same distinction between the JURAL assembly and JURAL societies, what they can do different from each other.
But what are they? What do they consist of being? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it says, it's right, it's the next thing. People acting as people make up JURAL assemblies. People acting as persons make up JURAL societies. They just answered.
Yep. So people acting
So
in their. Uh-huh.
what's the blacks law dictionary definition of person?
Oh, got you. You know that's a. Let me
That's
see.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
Mm.
And I do got Black's Law somewhere. I got it saved in here.
Now, what's Black's Law about? Why did you go there?
Because
Is that like the blueprint?
Black's law
Mm.
records it has nine
Don't want the second or I want this one.
it has 9 editions, and it goes all the way back to what is that? Back in the 1700s
Okay.
and
So look
16
for the
1800s and stuff.
person.
You said
When
persons or
words
people.
when words had specific meanings.
Got you. Okay.
That's why we use Black's Law Dictionary, because it tells you what those words meant. For instance, driver.
Mm.
Oh, those all A's.
Driver doesn't mean that you get in your car down the street. A driver was a business designation for a person who was driving goods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, and I thought it was like a computer driver.
Anyway.
No, you didn't. What?
Yeah,
Give me a
that's
print.
right. That's right.
Give me a print.
Wait, I said it. No, but seriously, it's like, wait a minute. What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's just like the Strong's Concordance, but this is for legal.
Yeah, it's actually, well, it's a lexicon is what it is.
Yeah.
This thing gives you actual definitions
Yeah, brother.
of what all this stuff is, and it's like a person, a people, a person's is a different designation,
Right.
for whatever reason. That's what I'm asking about. Like, what the?
You looking it up? He almost there. He in the PRs right now.
Right.
He gotta
Slowly
go back.
but surely.
He getting there. He getting there.
This mug is like.
Yeah, it's
That's
long.
thick. Yeah, it's thick. Okay, you getting there? You in the
that's
PO?
You
Oh,
get
okay.
1910 edition.
So let me see. This one
You
was
getting-
copywritten 1890 something.
Ooh, you almost there. You almost there.
Hold on now.
I think.
18 something. Yeah, this stuff. Yeah, this.
Oh,
Yeah,
PA, gotta go back.
Oh, yeah, you did a jump.
they had a lot
Jumped real
of words.
Be careful with this.
See, because their prose is a whole lot different than
Okay,
than we think it is.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you need PEO and PER.
PER.
PED.
Well, actually, see if they're both in there.
Right. They're going to be near each other.
Peers.
If not in the same part of the same definition.
Right. Okay, NO, so you coming on it.
Yeah.
Whoa. N. Oh, yeah, N.
Per.
Peonage.
On this side.
Okay, there it is.
You
Wait.
see it? I don't see it.
I don't see purse. I see people.
Oh, yep, people.
Yeah, I see people.
Estate.
Where's
State.
But let's read people.
Okay.
A state.
When it says we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, so it's actually saying we the state, right?
Yep, as the people of a state of New York, a nation is.
Ooh, stop right there, though. Stop right there.
And political capacity.
Because somebody was just trying to use that.
What?
Somebody was trying to use the Constitution against us, saying that when they said we the people, it was talking about just the presidents or the people that made the stuff, made the law.
Right.
And they're the sovereigns. But no, people means state. So it's talking about us.
Yeah,
See,
but
I can't say that.
you got to know when they did the Constitution, they were writing that. They were writing it in their voice. So when they
Yeah.
said we the people, they were talking about those people that signed.
Yeah, that's what some people were saying. Yeah, that's what they were saying. But we the people means state.
Because I always took it, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, they're saying we are decreeing this. We do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States. It was it was everybody, Jefferson, all of them that signed.
Yep. Okay.
Look
Now-
at this, but look, It's the
Oh,
United
should I go
States.
back?
It's the United States as distinct from
No person.
the people of America. You know,
Percent per quad.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to get past these pers to get to person.
well, you about to
Nope.
wait, go back up a
Per
little
se.
bit here.
No, I think you gotta get past all these pers. Like go past all the PER. Now you get now find PERS. Don't y'all know how to read diction? No, I'm kidding.
It's moving too fast for me to see it until he slows down. Period.
Permanent.
Wait a minute. Wait, just for a
Perjury.
second. Fixed, enduring,
You'll find it. You're almost there.
abiding, not
in there.
subject to.
PR. Yeah, we're not there yet. PRQ. Nope.
Here you are. There it is.
You see it?
It's right there. Yep.
Persona.
Persona.
Oh, person, right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Right there.
A man considered according to the rank he holds in a society, with all the rights to which the place he holds entitles him, and the duties which it imposes. A man considered according to the rank he holds in society.
So now, actually, because I brought up the preamble, it should have said but that's the people is speaking of them. Each individual person.
Right.
Jefferson, Adams, all the people, everybody that signed the Declaration
are persons, right?
They are persons which are individual men considered of high ranking in society,
right?
And as a group, they are the people.
Yeah, the people
that signed that document on behalf
of everyone. The people are those that actually live in the states. Persons are the rank of those people, basically.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Okay, so now we got that out the way. Let's see. All right, so all these organizational forms are created by living people. Did I pass that part? Yeah, I did. Okay. Jural Assembly and organizers are responsible. Let me see. Jural Assemblies organize the land. No, go back up. People acting in their unincorporated capacity as people who are members of a Jural Assembly decide the physical boundaries of their states, adopt the public laws within their states, and enforce the public law via their Jural Assemblies, their land and soil jurisdiction courts, and the officers of those courts. Jural Assemblies organize the land and soil jurisdiction courts owed to the people of each state. Jural Assembly organizers are responsible for the making sure that candidate members are eligible to serve. In most states, candidates must be at least 21, must have permanent homes declared within the geographic boundaries of their state, must be landowners. That was the one thing that, I'm not a landowner, so must be landowners, even if the land owned is only their reclaimed good name and bodily estate. Oh, okay, so I am a landowner in that capacity. Yeah, hear that? And at least until new elections are held within the assembly to change the 1860 conventions, the initial state Jural Assembly must be convened by white males meeting all other qualifications. So this is the thing that stirs up the pot. This is because we are reopening courts that have been substantially, though not entirely, vacated since the Civil War. So that was big right there. You heard that? People of color and women may be welcomed by all Jural Assemblies, but an update election must occur to open membership to all adult members of the community with this one. Y'all want to say something about that?
Cool with it. I mean, what that's doing is just setting up rules, I guess.
Yeah.
Setting up how are we gonna now? What is that? People of color.
Mm-hmm.
And and women may be welcomed. All jural assemblies. Where is this coming from?
So this is like before Civil War. So it's like, remember, women didn't have a right to work. Women, you
Right,
know what
to
I'm saying?
vote.
It was like their husbands were. So now that they're reopening this, or I don't know if they did it already, to let more coloreds in, to
I
be
understand.
more colored people instead of whites being the head of it.
Understood. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, so that was the only thing that threw off when I was talking to Teresa about it. She said, "Oh my goodness." But, but yeah, it's power in this right here. Like, oh my goodness. It says exception that women may serve as proxies. So this is the thing. Women may serve as proxies for their husbands upon the husband's grant of his agency to his wife. This basically means that she may act for her husband with his written consent in all matters stipulated as part of his grant of authority. Y'all heard that part?
Nobody hear it.
No, not yet. Hold on a second. Hold on just a second. Just a moment.
That's not okay. That's good. It's a very time I'm about. We're trying to eat it, yeah.
Can I get a bite real quick? Y'all cool.
I got you.
Look, I
Yeah.
grab you a little bit of something. We trying to hook us up a little bit of something too.
Okay.